My name is Phil Noelting from Toronto, Canada. I'm the founder and president of Qwalify Inc. We build talent relationship management software for companies of all sizes, as well as associations, not-for-profits, and the public sector. Two of our business advisors and personal advisors of mine actually are co-curators of this event this week. So I've been in discussions with them for a few months now in terms of themes and who's going and whatnot, and it's been a pleasure just hearing their perspective of it, and I was very excited and also had no clue really what to expect, which was one of the most exciting parts. My expectation coming here was a lot more conference-y, let's say. So a lot more seminars, breakout sessions, all those typical things that your mind just associates with a few days in a specific city for aligned conversations. Coming here, it was very clear that the Vegas culture on all fronts actually shined through, which is very cool. So there's a lot of unknown collisions, a lot of unplanned things that really provided to be very valuable and or proved to be very valuable, and we're quite excited to see where this takes us as well, building some really strong relationships I wasn't quite expecting, which is cool. In terms of an aha moment, I would say that it's really more so just the grouping of people. So it's not one specific seminar that's coming to mind, or one breakout session, or a conversation I had, or one collision in particular. It was the idea that all these people are engaged and aligned in the same direction. And we're all talking the same talk and learning from each other from different experiences, different walks of life, and it's very eye-opening to see that many people moving in the same direction, the same sort of ambition, and taking infinite ways of getting to that goal of true human capital management for the future that's sustainable. So I'm speaking today about the importance of relationships over transactions. So we live in a very transactional world. Most of the things that occupy our day-to-day lives are transactional, and a lot of the money spent by corporations are spent to keep us in that transactional sort of model. The relationship model is one that's a lot more based on a holistic view of interactions, of goals, of a lot of the themes we talked about here over the last few days in terms of transparency, being vulnerable and making sure that you can align with people based on those vulnerabilities to help each other out. And those are very, very, very important things. So in learning about Catalyst, that was probably the hardest thing about coming here, is actually planning a talk about something like that when you weren't quite sure what the structure was of the event as a whole. So I really, one question they kept asking was, what led you here? And so I'm really going after that aspect and talking about catalytic phases of my life that have led to this and to this business. My experiences in Vegas, Las Vegas thus far, have been mainly based on conferences, actually. So not the typical, let's say, history with a city like this, but it's very cool to see. I've never been to the old downtown. Did the old Zappos tour in 2011, which was very different. It's very cool to see the evolution of it and how people are growing and really ingraining themselves in a community like this. So I was actually very impressed. Very cool to see families walking around. That's not something I was expecting either. And just the discovery in general, I guess. Everyone here has been so open and helpful that it's very intriguing to see how communities can grow through this massive engagement and alignment. We're actually based in Waterloo, Ontario. So for those who don't know, Waterloo is where BlackBerry, or Research in Motion, was based. So there was a lot of shifts, let's say, in the culture of that community over the last 3-4 years. As RIM was downsizing in a 500,000 person city, it had quite a bit of impact. Now what that did is it rallied the whole community together to actually build this beautiful startup community, much like I see here in Las Vegas, with the downtown project and initiatives like Creative Catalyst. So we'll likely be taking a different new perspective, let's say, to that community and seeing how we can help not only our community, but other communities like the Las Vegas community or others trying to do this sort of aligned engagement towards a lofty goal.